Oh wait, I forgot to do the end. That's pretty much it. Welcome to your reading, Aquarius. I was thinking about what to do, and because it's so late at night and I haven't done anything, and I got a bunch of emails from people saying, "Hey, you forgot to send me my reading or whatever," and I gotta do that as well. But I was like, oh, I gotta get on live. First card I saw on the deck was the star card, so I was like, okay, I do Aquarius because I haven't done Aquarius for a while. Anyways, so Aquarius, welcome to your reading, and I hope you're good, and I hope everything's good with you, and I hope life is good. I don't know, a lot of hope. Granted, the card of Aquarius, which is the stars, hope and rejuvenation, connection to God, closure, healing, balance as well, emotional balance and all that stuff. So here we go. Aquarius, hope you resonate with this. Let's see what we got going on. You know what? I'm going to pull some energy from the Creator's Sacred Oracle just to see what we have. Just going to make it a little different tonight for you, Aquarius. All right, here we go. We have ambush fear with your ferocious dream. Ambush fear with your ferocious dream. Number 51, 5 plus 1 is 6, whatever that means to you. I feel like 3, 6, 9 are very spiritual numbers. I'm not much of a numerologer nor of astrologer, but intuitively, spiritually, 3, 6, 9 are very spiritual numbers. Whatever other people tell you, that's whatever you want to believe, right? Even if you don't believe, number 6 is spiritual or powerful. But number 51, very powerful card here, Aquarius. It says ambush fear with your ferocious dream. Essential meaning: a time to be courageous. Stand up to fear for the big. Standing up to fear for the big, whatever that means to you. So, for the big sacred win. So if you're trying to accomplish something in life, if you're, in a position where you feel stuck, where everything's the same, where you feel like you're about to level up, but it's not happening. It's like you have to face your fear. You have to get or step out of that comfort zone, And no, that doesn't mean, doing crazy things. A lot of people think that, breaking out of the ordinary or breaking a cycle is connected to you being out wild, and doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. It's not like that. I don't know why I'm getting that. I feel like maybe you get anxious sometimes because life is just mundane or life is just the same and you seek some sort of thrill. And so I feel like for you, or I don't know why I'm picking up for you to feel alive, or for you to needing to break out of that normal, boring cycle, you have to get out there and do something crazy, which is something completely opposite, because that doesn't really create anything but confusion in yourself, A great time to take a risk. Your dream being within reach. So I would say it's a month of empowerment. Whatever you want: love, money, career, healing, connection to God, maybe you know, connecting to your higher self. It's possible, it's doable, right? It's gonna be different for everybody the way you achieve that. Some people achieve that through religion. Some people achieve it through meditation. And one thing is, whenever you feel like it's good for you, then follow that. You know, follow that. A lot of us need religion. Some of us don't. But there's no shame on that. Let me see, what are your messages? Aquarius, what are your messages here? Three of Swords, a lot of pain. Three of Swords, Magician, Aquarius. Yeah, exactly what the card is like. Exactly what the, ambush fear with your ferocious mind is like. You gotta overcome the pain to be able to, achieve something new or go towards the new. Listen, Three of Swords is not a pleasant energy to be or to have. The Three of Swords pertains to pain and trauma that we carry in our heart, we carry in our soul, and we focus too much on that, And even you can even tell me, Rigo, like I try to move on. I'm not, I don't even want to see the Three of Swords, but if the Three of Swords is triggering you for whatever reason, then there's something there, And it's not that you have to forget about the pain and the trauma. You're never going to be able to. I'm sorry, but you're not. But you got to make yourself stronger to carry that to the point where it doesn't affect you anymore. It's that analogy of like carrying, I don't know, the weight of the world on your shoulders when your legs are weak, right? It's gonna feel uncomfortable and it's gonna feel like impossible. But when you work out your legs and you get stronger, you can carry the world with like if it was nothing, So part of the healing is for you to get stronger spiritually, mentally, and physically in a way, and you carry all that where to the point where it doesn't hold you down, it doesn't bog you down, it doesn't put you in this place of not feeling content, not feeling loved, not feeling like you need and desire validation from anybody. Even if you're not seeking validation or anything like that, it's like maybe it's not that, maybe it's like maybe somebody cheated on you, or you just have some sort of pain that you're going through. Sometimes, there's times where there's times where there's times where there's sorry about that, y'all. There's times where music, sounds, places, pictures, even smells will trigger, things from the past, and it will, lead us to like some sort of a dark path or a dark, memory, and it can trigger depression and it can trigger pain. Now, Three of Swords with the Magician and the Ace of Wands is telling you that it's time. Stop holding on to the pain. Stop overthinking or constantly thinking of, the frustration, the deception, the lies, the I don't know if you were cheated on, where you were placed on a third party situation, but stop putting that aside. If you let somebody go 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 10 years ago, and you're still holding on to that, and you regret it, even though they hurt you, but you regret it because for some reason it seems like you can't watch for so long, or for some reason you still feel like, it's just hard to move on from them, and that there's nothing or nobody like them. And to be honest, it's like there's nobody gonna be like them. That's one of the biggest lessons we learn, when we make that first mistake of being unfaithful, breaking up, or breaking someone's heart, is that there's no person like that person, and the missed opportunities we have with that person. We should have known before we did the unthinkable, or the sin, or something like that mistake. We made a mistake, or they made a mistake, and we let them go. But the whole point is that we see it, and it's okay, because there's nobody that knows them like them, better, and have different beliefs and different wants. And I feel like it's gonna be okay for you. You have to let this go. Now, Three of Swords with the magician is telling you that you have everything at your disposal. Like you're fully capable of creating this new path, of creating this new way for you, Aquarius. Okay, maybe you're doing that right now. Maybe you're coming from a time where you're done, being left out. You're done being played with. You're done with, you know, people that don't appreciate you. People that all they want is maybe your body or maybe your money, and they don't see the value in you when it comes to like, the soul connection, the energy. They don't appreciate you in that way. I feel like you can see through people. I feel like if you were to step out and fully look into someone's eyes, you can fully read and fully understand what they're going through, and what they want with you. I don't know, for some reason I feel like Aquarius is very intellectual, but Aquarius has somewhat of a psychic ability. you know, a lot of people think that Aquarius is like super smart and super intellectual, but I feel like Aquarius is also very, very psychic, very smart. With the Ace of Wands, it tells me that in the future here, Aquarius, you have a new beginning, a new opportunity coming to you, a new way of seeing things, a new way of seeing life, a new way of Okay, give me a sec. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me right or no? Oh God. Can you guys hear me? You hear music? Dee Dee, what's up? Divine, Karen. Okay, you guys can hear me now? Oh my God. Oh my God. I hate this. I hate it when this happens, like. Yeah. I got a call. My son FaceTime me right now because he knows I'm live, and the computer tried to switch the microphone to take the call, you know, and so it kind of confused the software that I use. Sorry about that. I feel like I need to like restart the whole reading because I got pretty deep in the you know, in the reading, and much louder now. Okay, yeah, it's because again I got that call and it's connected to my MacBook, so the MacBook takes the call or tries to show me the call, and it confuses the software because the MacBook wants to use the microphone for the call, and so like it switches, you know what I mean? Oh, if you don't. Anyways, Aquarius, you have the Three of Swords here, and you have the Magician and the Ace of Wands. I feel like you're coming from a place of pain. I don't know how much you heard or how much you were able to, or how much the whole everything that I said was clear through the mic. Three of Swords is pain, trauma that you carry, you know. And I kind of talked about like needing to get stronger spiritually, mentally, and physically. I feel like right now you have this empowerment, you know, you have the card of ambush fear with your ferocious dream, and right in the center of your spread we have the oh my god, I want to disconnect my MacBook from my cell phone. I just don't know how to do that. Let me see. Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me? Now you sound perfect. Okay, well, can you guys still hear me? Oh God, I'm gonna have to redo this. It's okay. Can you guys hear me? Oh my God, I'm gonna redo this whole video. Okay, all right, man. Okay, so anyways, I don't feel like putting these cards. Anyways, Three of Swords, the Magician, and the Ace of Wands. Again, you know, there's some sort of empowerment happening here. I feel like you're done. You're done feeling, you know, betrayed, backstabbed. You're done feeling like you're not enough. You're done, you know, being played with, you know, by people here. I feel like you've carried enough pain. I feel like you've carried, I know it's a cliche. Like sometimes, you know, sometimes I listen to tarot readers like here and there, and when they start talking about like pain and all this, you know, deep spiritual thing, it makes no sense to me, and it's like boring, and it's like we all carry pain, and that's the whole entire reason of life, and you know, the reason to be alive here is to go through the difficulties and also the beautiful things. The thing is that we're so fixated, and so we're so into this, I want my life to be perfect. We have our head up on this little bubble that we want our life to be perfect, but it's not, and it's never going to be perfect ever. You know, there's always going to be something that triggers you. There's always going to be growth, and the pain and the trauma that we encounter, that's what it is. It's an opportunity to grow and be better. And if you cannot grow, you know, there's this saying that, you know, that I heard, you know, how does it go? Oh shoot, I just lost it. You know, something about like healing requires growth, right? And if we don't choose to heal, if you don't choose to overcome your pain and your trauma, you're choosing a life of sadness. You're choosing a life of regret, feeling like you're not enough because you cannot overcome that. So stepping into, what it is to heal, what it is to let go, releasing that pain and trauma, it projects you and it catapults you to a whole different level and a whole different way of seeing life. Now, with the magician here being at the center of your spread, I feel like I need to redo this whole reading, Aquarius. It shows that you're fully capable, and the universe, God is telling you that, hey, put your feet back into reality. Understand your life is moving. Your life, you're losing every second. Every second, that is happening right now, you're losing it. Okay. And let me just say this for a lot of you guys that read a lot of tarot and constantly just check videos and see what's up ahead, and you know sometimes don't you think you feel like you're losing time trying to understand and try to predict the future when you can create something, or you can take some sort of decision all on your own? you know I believe that there's no wrong way of living life, because there's always a lesson when it comes to whatever it is that you choose to do, whether good or bad. There's always one lesson that you're going to learn, right? This reality is it's based on good and bad, and that's it. You can choose to be good and you can choose to be bad. Now we do have the Ace of Wands here in the near future, which signifies that there's some sort of amplification. There's some sort of like energy gathering here. It's like you are understanding that you're the one who can only change your outcome and your life. That's what the magician is. The magician is somebody who is willing to put in the work, is willing to do something different to create or to break out of that cycle that you're fed up with. For some of you guys, you're healing from some sort of betrayal. Okay, somebody cheated on you, somebody left you, or maybe you did that to someone, and you're healing, and now you're looking forward to what's up ahead. There's some sort of like blessing happening to you. There's some sort of renewal. I think your intuition is telling you a lot, but you're confused between your intuition and what your ego is telling you or creating, right? Because your ego could be saying, we're not good enough. Oh, we always get cheated on. We always do this. We always break people's heart. We always do the worst. And so we expect the worst, But your intuition is telling you, hey, it's time to change that. It's time to change the way you talk to yourself. It's time to listen to your inner self. It's time to listen to the soul, and not listen to the ego, because the ego is being created as a child. You know why a child is so pure and innocent at the beginning of life is because they haven't created an ego yet. And if you notice some sort of like small child that has already created an ego, you're like, oh my God, well, that child, that child is pretty out there. They're not as pure or as innocent as the others, because they're already judging themselves. They're already judging themselves, and they're already judging you, and they're judging other people, right? And so we are innocent and pure until we create that ego, and that ego is going to control us for the rest of our lives. And what you feed and what you tell that ego, it's how you're going to go through life. I get it. Sometimes the ego records the failures, the disappointments, that we go through, the embarrassing moments, and we create this whole life and this whole thing about us. Like, I can remember when I think I was in high school, and I had to go in front of the class to read. And I remember everybody laughing at me, because I was so nervous and I couldn't read, and it's a true story. And ever since then, I became very quiet, very isolated. I have this fear of public speaking, not until like later when I first started the channel was a huge step for me. But, like now it's like I can talk to anybody, now I've overcame that. But for so much and for so long, I carry that, and I hid behind that because the ego said, if you get up there again, they're going to laugh at you, to change. And one thing, I'm talking too much, and I talk a lot, but one thing that I was reading, I'm reading this book, and it was telling me the ego is about it. The ego is me. The ego is now. The ego is material things, what I want to pursue, what I want to have, what I don't have actually, and I need to have. So it's like this constant thought of, I need this because I don't have it. I need this because they have it, and now I should have it, right? That's the ego. And the soul is like, I have everything I need. I don't need to stress out for love because I am love, And I was thinking, and I read that, and it was completely flipped. And I was like, that is crazy, because I remember tarot readers, 10 years ago were saying the opposite, well, not necessarily the opposite, but the way they were translating and telling people what the soul was and how the soul worked and all that was completely opposite. And I started reading that book, and oh man, like I realized a lot of things, that we are influenced by a lot of people, or influencers or YouTube, and anything that sounds okay to us because of what we're going through and what is feeling, what is making us feel good, but it could not necessarily be good. You know what I mean? Like, so who knows what the truth is when it comes to like spirituality and reality. But it's like, once you look into yourself and once you connect to your higher self, you're going to find all the answers, If you go based on validating yourself based on other people, then you're going to have a life based on this pain and, people just playing and messing with you. Here, Aquarius. Oh my God. Anyways, I feel like, in the near future, I have the Ace of Wands. Again, there's new energy, okay? I think summer for you, because the Ace of Wands pertains to like a fire sign, or, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It pertains also to like summer, summertime. And I feel like summertime for you is going to be very exciting. There's going to be new opportunities. If you're looking for love, I feel like love will be there for you. If you're looking to release a lot of pain and trauma, summer is going to be the best time for you to like focus on yourself, be yourself. And I feel like the sun does give us a lot of energy. I feel like you need to get out there and get under, get some of that sunshine. The Fool, look at that. Look at that, Aquarius. Oh my God. If we can have a movie about a superhero for Aquarius, it'll be like the biggest comeback. It will be like the geek loser, Aquarius that literally gets transformed, becomes the superhero, and saves the entire world. If it's not the world, you save yourself. There's something here amazing happening for you. Coming up, I would say in the next month or so, or maybe in the month of June, there is this energy of like wanting to experience new, taking a leap of faith in love, friends, family, spirituality, seeing things in a different way. The Ace of Wands combined with the Fool, it's this energy of like feeling like, you need something new. You need to break out of the old, out of the ordinary, out of the same old, working, coming home, putting that TV dinner in the microwave and then eating and going to sleep. I'm not saying you do that, but I'm just trying to picture you a very boring picture of somebody who's stuck and somebody who's not embracing their life, somebody who is enslaved and has no ambition, to be someone different or someone big, or maybe follow their life purpose, whatever your purpose is. I feel like I talk too much, y'all. There is the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this has to do with love, relationships. It has to do with the way you communicate, the way you show. There's like some sort of cleansing. There's like some sort of reset when it comes to your energy, Aquarius, in the month of June. And I feel like it's going to be more noticeable and more visible, not only through your friends and family, but mainly from you. But that's going to happen more like in summer, like July or something like that. Like you're going to be just vibrant. You're going to be like full of hope, full of passion, energy. I even want to say like vitality or something like that, very sexually turned on by things, random things that maybe at one point you were like, whatever. It's like something makes you so happy that you're like, oh, whoa, I know if you don't have a partner, I know that's going to be difficult, but overall is like, there's so much energy happening here for you. I see in June, if you have any kids, if you have children, there's gonna be like clashing of you and them, Aquarius. Some sort of, it's like your child wants to leave the home, not necessarily leaving the home, but like it's like the bird wants to leave the nest, and you're like, no, you can't, not yet. You're too young. You're too small. You don't understand what life is, and it's like you're trying to protect them. This is gonna be for Aquarius is that have children. I know a lot of you don't, but just wait. I feel like in the month of June, when it comes to your child, there's going to be a lot of blockages and difficulties. Communicating with them is going to be very difficult. You're trying to understand what's going on through their head, what's going on with what is it that they want to do. I feel like June is going to mark that time where your child is going to have, you're going to realize that your child is a mind of their own. They're not going to be what you expected them to be, nor they're not going to like what you wanted them or what you like. You're going to realize that your child might be completely different from you. And I feel like there's no disconnection, but I feel like there's a clash of communication or being on the same page, because there's some sort of empowerment of saying, or some sort of like control, when it comes to your child. I feel like your child has something that they're very interested on, or they want to pursue, but they haven't told you because they feel like you're not going to agree with them. So in the month of June, if you feel like your child is getting close to you, you have like a teenager that is kind of quiet around you, allow them to talk and speak. Allow them to express themselves, allow them to let you know, and take a deep breath before you react and say no right away. But understand that they're their own persona. They have their own little brain and they have their own little dreams. And granted, they're young, and we've all been young, and like everything might seem like it's so easy for them, but that's why we're here. We're not here to say, no, you can't do that. No, don't, You're not supposed to do that. We're here to say, hey, listen, I try that and it doesn't work out, or that's against morals or common sense, And that's all we can do. We can guide them and we can show them, but a child is going to learn through, just like we did, experience. And there is no better way to have a presence, a saying in your child's life and for them to trust you, but also give them the freedom to explore arts, to explore sports, to explore something way different, and be there with them instead of saying, no, you cannot do that. And now they sneak out of the window and they're running away through the town crying and, trying to, trying to find somebody that will understand them. There's issues with the parent okay, listen, there's issues with, if you have a child, because I'm an only parent, and sometimes I'm like, I need to know a little bit more, when it comes to a child. And I get it. Again, some of you guys don't have kids. There is problems with the father the masculine energy when it comes to your child. There's problems there. There's distance being created. I feel like the masculine, the father of this child, whether that's you, Aquarius, or your other significant whatever, they are promising things that they're not, it's like the child is disappointed, and the child has a lot of hope and a lot of trust in the father, but the father is not doing anything. Or the masculine here is not, they're taking forever to be in truly in their life. They're also, again, it's like if there's any promises given to your child by the father, or you, if you're the father, Aquarius, is like you're not making them happen. You're making them wait. You're telling them, I don't have money, wait till next year, or we gotta wait, not right now, And I hope it's not because you just don't want them to try something that you don't think it's fun. Or maybe their fathers don't think it's fun or it's right, so they just don't want to give them that opportunity to try it, Anyways, let's just move on. Let's see what other messages we have here for Aquarius. When it comes to finances, money, career, there's some sort of slowdown. Okay, I don't know why, but there's some sort of like wait, pause. It's gonna take a little bit longer to get to where you want to be financially. I know nobody wants to hear that. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow, gradual movement forward when it comes to your finances, or when it comes to like you needing to like acquire or get some sort of job or a new position. It says that you still need more work. It says that you still need to put in a little bit more work, time and effort before you achieve that you are gonna accomplish. The good thing about the Knight of Pentacles. The good thing about the Knight of Pentacles is what you set your mind to, or what you really want when it comes to like finances, career, and all that. You get exactly what you say you want. Exactly what you say you want. Perfectly the way you word it. You wrote it down on your journal. You wrote it down on that letter. You put it here and you constantly think about it. You're going to get it exactly that way. But it's going to take you a little bit more time. It's going to take a little bit more work. See, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight of them all, but it's the one that goes exactly to the destination if you have the patience. It goes exactly where you said you wanted to be. Nothing less. Nothing less. So if you're a patient person, if you're somebody who's going to constantly grind and put in the work and put in the effort, you will get there 100%. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Some of you guys are wondering why. Why is it that you have this connection with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? It could be a Sagittarius or something, some sort of fire sign. It could be a Virgo as well. There's some sort of a connection that you have that seems to feel like it's there, like it's strong, powerful, doable, but it just doesn't go anywhere. Like you're trying to understand in June, I feel like you're trying to understand a connection with the fire sign. A fire sign who is not giving you attention, but they're there present. I don't know if this is gonna be for like this. Obviously, I don't think this is for the married or like the ones that are in like some sort of connection, because I feel like this person that you're thinking about, that you're trying to find some sort of, reason, or you're like introspecting when it comes to this person. Like you're even asking God, or you're talking to your angels, guides, whatever it is that you believe is like, what is this? What is this? Like it's going nowhere, It's been 12 months and I can't stop thinking about this person. It's been, I don't know, 2 years, 4 years, and I still cannot get over this person yet. This person doesn't say anything. This person comes and goes from my life, or we both, interact and connect and disconnect. For some of you Aquarius, there's some sort of fire sign here that really, it feels like you guys don't, it feels like the connection's there and it's very strong, very passionate, very fiery, but it's just not stable, or it's just not grounded. It feels like somebody gets to come into your life and go as they please, and it's getting you frustrated, and it's getting you to the point where you're like, what the heck is this? What is this? Yeah. I think, June, you're confused about a fire sign. Strong Sagittarius. Strong Sagittarius. It's like you want to clear things, and I feel like June is the month of, because there's a lot of energy and empowerment in this month of June. This is where you set your foot. This is where you're gonna say, I'm walking away from this person. I am locking the door and throwing away the key for this person. You're confused though, because part of you wants to like completely block this person, completely just ignore this person and find new love, find a new connection. But part of you still says, oh my God, if this person talks to me, if this person says, let's go, you're going to go. You are going to go. It's a very confusing, I don't think it's confusing in the fact of how you feel, but it's the connection is confusing, because it doesn't seem like you guys are like serious about each other. It's a fire sign. It has to be a fire sign. There's a lot of fire here when it comes to this person. There's a person here that you're confused about, that you want forward movement, yet you're confused. Eight of Wands. I feel like you guys are gonna come back together. You guys are going to do something again. You guys are gonna reunite. What's going on with this person? Tell me, what are the blockages? Show me the blockages. Blockages, 5 of Cups. You guys maybe broke up already, or you guys felt like there was some sort of missed out opportunity. Five of Cups feels like either you or them, somebody feels like they're a victim to this. Somebody feels like they're not validated. It's what I always say with the 5 of Cups. I feel like you have to step out of that victim mentality if you really want this person. The blockage is the 5 of Cups. It's like, if you feel depressed, if you feel low, if you feel like you're not enough for this person, you're not going to be enough. Like, you're not going to overcome that at all. Like, it's just going to wear you down. It's even when you're with them and you get that positive energy there, you're still going to feel like you're not enough. And this could be for you, Aquarius, or this could be for the cross watcher, saying like, well, I really want the Aquarius, but the Aquarius doesn't see me as somebody that can fulfill them. Or maybe I don't feel woman enough or man enough to be in Aquarius's life, you know? That's what they're saying. You guys already had some sort of missed out opportunity. I feel like you guys still have this connection that lingers, but you guys already failed at it. Like, you guys already had a disconnection here. Yeah. 6 of Cups. It's a soul connection. And I don't want to label relationships or connections anymore, because again, we're gonna plant our feet on reality, on this world. And sometimes the ego creates some sort of obsession with somebody, and we all confuse it with, oh, it's a soul connection. Oh, this is my soulmate. Da, da, da. You know, but six of Cups is like this connection that is, it goes deep, and you care deep about them. Deep. They're always paying for your dinner, or you're paying for their dinner. You're weak for that. You love to spoil them. You love to do fun things. You constantly think about, what if I was to do this with Aquarius, or Aquarius was to do this with me? Like, both of you guys constantly think about each other at a distance. That's crazy. What is the outcome of this connection that just, for whatever reason, just came out here? 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands. It could be, it's showing strong Sagittarius, Virgo. I'm telling you, it could be a fire sign. There's a reunion, there's a reconciliation. I feel like things, let's just put it this way so you get a little bit more hopeful. Because if I say this magic word, then you're going to be like, oh yeah, it's, the planets are aligning in some sort of way, so you guys can have some sort of reconciliation, a reconnection that is going to be very positive, where everything's going to be said and the stagnancy is going to go away and the effort is going to be implemented. I feel like both of you guys have had enough of the wait, have had enough of the distance, have had enough of the confusion. and there's an opportunity for you guys to come back together. Like karma is saying, you know, and it's good karma, but karma is saying, hey, you guys are supposed to be together. What are you guys doing apart? There's a reason why you guys came together, you know? And I think with the Wheel of Fortune, with the Wheel of Fortune does signify karma, and not all karma is bad, you know? But it does say that there's still something that you guys have, both of you guys have here, that you guys still have to explore. Granted, if you don't want it, you don't have to have it. You could always say no, thank you, next, you know? But going back to this, carrying that 3 of Swords, carrying that pain, carrying that sadness, depression, that trauma, because you keep telling your heart no, because, you know, I don't know. If it's a bad person, it's a bad person. If this person already cheated on you, Aquarius, best move on. Why are you trying to cover your eyes? You are a star, or at least in the tarot, you're the star. Why are you not trying to see reality? The star is the sun. From afar, right? A star is somewhat like a sun. And I feel like you need truth. You need to tell yourself the truth. I feel like there's a reconciliation coming up for you with a certain person. It's going to be whatever you want it to be. If you don't want anything with this person, then do whatever you want. That's the beautiful thing about life, is you have freedom to choose whatever you want to do. You don't have to accept this person, but if you wanted this person, you can choose this person. But you're going to have to put effort. You're going to have to put from your part. And that's something that you might not be ready for, or maybe you're just with that 5 of Cups. It's difficult to put effort onto any connection, you know, because you don't feel confident. Anyways, let's move on to the messages. What other messages we have for Aquarius for the month of June? I'm gonna do the person on your mind in a little bit, but these are just random messages. I want to try this new way of reading just randomly like that. If you're here wondering about another air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, there's an ending happening here. If you're already on the, I feel like you already know what's going on. I feel like you're just looking for an explanation. I feel like you're just looking for the truth when it comes to this person. I feel like there's some sort of ending that you already know that is happening, or has already happened. I feel like there's an air sign here that is not being honest with you. This person comes in as somebody who's honest, but number one, I feel like you don't trust. Number two, I feel like you can't talk to them because they'll start some sort of argument right away, or maybe both of you guys cannot have a civil conversation because it goes from 0 to 100 right away, you know. There's something constructive that you want to have with somebody here. Could be, I don't know, could be a, you know, like it could be like your lover or whatever, but it could also be like an adult, maybe a friend that you always, for whatever reason, you're always like arguing and disagreeing with. There's somebody here that you're going to push away from your life, and it's an air sign. It's another air sign. Aries, Leo. Wait, not Aries. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It's another air sign. For some of you guys, it's gonna be a fire sign, but you're gonna push them away because you're gonna feel betrayed, backstab. You're gonna feel like this person is lying to you. You're gonna feel like this person is playing you. This person cannot be honest and clear as well when you approach them, or when you get in front of them and ask them, so what did you say about me? So what do you think about me? So what are you doing behind my back? Could be a Libra, but we have, definitely an air sign. We have the seven of swords and the knight of swords. There's a conversation about you not trusting somebody, they're not trusting you, but it's all leading to some sort of like ending, some sort of breakup, some sort of like, I feel like you're pushing away somebody, or somebody's pushing you away. Aquarius, it has to be like either a Libra or Gemini, Aquarius, another fire sign for sure. I mean, why do I keep saying fire sign? Maybe it is a fire sign. Maybe there's a ending with a fire sign and you're like, well, I just want to know the truth. Death card signifies complete ending. And yes, you can come back to it. Yes, you can have a rebirth or a redo after the death card, but that doesn't happen until you change and they change. The death card has that energy of like needing to be different, changing your persona, changing the way you think, the way you do things every day. And for you to change that, you gotta have that, rise of the phoenix. You have to rebirth. Like you have to die, and not necessarily like that, but like your thoughts and whatever it is, like part of you have to leave something in the past to be able to be someone new. And the only way to come back to a relationship where the death card shows up is for you, both of you guys, to change. Even if you're the one that didn't do anything wrong, you're going to have to do the biggest change. Even if you're the one that got cheated on and you did nothing wrong, you're the one who's going to have to change to be able to accept this relationship back again, even if you're the one who wants it, and to be able to carry that pain. Trust me, because that pain is, all that trauma and that pain is going to eat you alive. And you're going to have to be stronger, or else you're going to waste another 10 years, 15 years of your life. And you're going to say, why the heck did I give this person another chance? Because people don't change from night to day. It takes years. It takes years of repetition, being a different person every day, to be able to make a permanent change. That's what tarot readers don't tell people, is like repetition is what creates, what changes us in a different way. For you to learn a new job, you have to repeatedly do it over and over until you're super good at it. And you learn something new, right? You're a different person because you learned something new now. But it took you repetition, and it doesn't happen overnight, What are the messages? What are other messages we have for Aquarius? I feel like you're desired. I feel like the month of June is all about love. I feel like you have multiple suitors. I feel like even if you have one person, you're super confused about this person. You're super confused about this person. You constantly think about this person, but you don't say anything. It's like you give little hints. And I'll tell you 100%, the other person, if you're giving little hints about how you feel about them, 100% that person knows. Like, that person will go home and like, oh shoot, Aquarius did say this. Yeah, but I'm not here to play games, you know? It's like that. Or maybe you go or you talk to somebody and you're like, this person really did kind of told me that they really are interested in something serious. But I'm not here to play games. So either tell me straight up or don't say anything at all. Like, what am I supposed to be, play Blue's Clues here and find all the clues? Like, hey, yeah, remember 2 weeks ago I told you I like the color red, and the color red is the red, is the color of love and Valentine. So yeah, I love you. Ain't nobody here to play clues, I feel like you're super confused. There is multiple suitors for you if you're single. I feel like when it comes to love, you're going to have people going after you. There is a connection that is going to be I feel like there's a connection that is going to be very strong and powerful. If it's not that one person that I'm talking about, we have here somebody who has water in their chart, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, either in their rising or their moon, or maybe their Venus. And you guys are like this. You guys will get like this. I predict a very strong connection here. If you're not already in this connection where maybe you guys don't even see each other, but you guys are like that. The cards are telling me that there's somebody here that has already expressed and told you how they feel about you, but maybe you have held back a little bit. Like, you feel the same, but you have held back. Oh my God. All right, give me one last message and we can move on to the person on your mind, because I told myself I wasn't going to be that tarot reader that pulls the entire deck on a reading. Look at that. That's you, Aquarius. Star card. This is the reason why I'm doing this Aquarius reading, is because I saw this and I'm like, I gotta do Aquarius. You're at a fork on the road here, Aquarius. You gotta make up your mind really what you want. Time is right. I'll tell you one thing. Time is running out. Balancing your finances, you're always gonna have time for that, but I feel like there's some sort of decision you gotta make, and what I keep hearing is like, time is running out. You gotta make a choice. You gotta either walk away from somebody, release them, or walk this path where you're gonna walk on your own. I feel like you're desired by many, but at the same time, it's like, it's too much. It's like, let me just put it this way. Like, when you get hit on a lot, you're like, okay, whatever. Like, just literally someone told me that I had the most beautiful eyes or the most beautiful smile like 2 seconds ago over there. Like, I get it. Okay, whatever. It's like, it gets old and boring here. I feel like you need to stop ignoring your inner messages, whether that's intuition or your higher self. You gotta stop ignoring those and go towards something here. Stand up for what you feel like you're meant to do. Because it feels like you're hiding something from somebody here, from your friends, from the world. that you're very passionate about, that you really want. Could be a person, it could be a job, or it could be some sort of hobby or something like that, that people are gonna think that you're crazy, or they're gonna judge you for it. But it's like, you know, the cards are saying either either just make it happen, go for it right now, or just forget about it. Forget about it, because the opportunity is here. The cards are saying that there's going to be an opportunity for you to like go on to that and take either take the opportunity to come out, or to give it, to put it out and into the light. Here's the sun, into the light, or just to communicate and say, hey, I believe I need to be doing this, or I believe I want to do this. This is something I want to pursue, or this is somebody that I want to be with, or blah, 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 you know, and it's like, it's time. It's time for you to stop. Again, it's like, stop needing validation. And I feel like maybe your circle influences you in many ways. And you can have a circle and it could be really good. But it could be really, really, really bad. So be careful of who you're around, because the way they influence you is going to make it very difficult to listen to your higher self, to your intuition, or even to your heart when it comes to love. We're going to go into the person on your mind here, Aquarius. Could be a new person. If it's not, it could be that you're thinking about someone that you... Okay, this could be a new person that you're thinking about. New possibility, a leap of faith on some sort of... with this new person or whoever you're thinking of. Maybe there's a thought of like, what if we were just to take a leap of faith, you know, like what if we would just start from zero again? Will that work? Huh. 6 of Cups. I think it's going to require a lot of work. Maybe they work a lot, maybe you work a lot. But the love is there 100%. Oof. It's showing me the same energy that I was pulling earlier. But let's see. Tell me about the situation with this person that Aquarius is thinking about. Second time I see this card. Third time that I see this card now. The 5 of Cups. Look at that. I shuffled the cards really, really good. So you're thinking of somebody that broke your heart. You are thinking, or the whole situation here, you guys already had some sort of connection. I know a lot of you guys are like, nobody cares about the past, you know. 5 of Cups, 3 of Swords. The situation broke you down. The situation, whether it's you or them, because this is general on the situation here that you're with this person that you're thinking about. Somebody had someone else. It could be that somebody had someone else while they were with you, or you were with them. Or it could be that there's been someone else already, or that there's someone else in the way of this connection already. Meaning that maybe you guys broke up and, you know, both of you guys had multiple partners after, and then there's still thoughts of coming back, or there's still desires of coming back, but there's still a lot of pain. Not only that, but they have more bodies on them, or you on yourself. Why are you so fixated to, I better see like the Ace of Cups and the 6 of Cups and the Mother Sun here, because this better be like this freaking person you're meant to be. And I hope it's one of those connections where like you don't know what you have until you lose it, but then you might acquire it back. But there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of victimizing here, a lot of depression, feeling like someone's not good enough, someone lied to you, someone left you or you left them, someone played with you, Aquarius. Look at that, there you are. Could be a Cancer, another air sign here. It felt like everything was good, you know, like it felt like this is your it still feels like this is your person, you know. It still feels like there's still this feeling of we're meant to go through this pain, we're meant to get separated, and then we're supposed to come back. And maybe that's, you know, that's what you're thinking, or maybe that's what the cards are telling me, because I feel like there's still a wanting to rejoin if you guys are separated. If not, it's like still a wanting to like fight for this connection. If it's not you, it's them. There's still power, there's still courage, there's still hope. You know, it's not even hope, it's like there's still belief that you guys belong together for some reason. Somebody thinks here that you are a little cold and disconnected. It feels like someone thinks that I don't know who got hurt on this. Maybe both of you guys are hurt. I don't know. I'm trying to like pull the energy here. Maybe both of you guys are hurt because there's two cards of regret and pain and trauma here. But someone here is saying that the other person is not emotionally available anymore because of all the past, because of the disappointments, because of maybe they cheated on you or you cheated on them, or maybe there was more people between y'all two. It's hard to like see over that. Tell me more about this situation. You're dealing with somebody, or you're thinking of somebody. You could be an Aquarius that you love cars. You like, you know, maybe you have a nice car or something like that. Or maybe both of you guys are into cars, or maybe you guys like, maybe you guys talked about cars a lot. Or maybe you just like cars. I love cars. 6 of Wands. Despite the pain, the trauma, and all this heartbreak, it feels like this person was someone here felt it feels like it was a breath of fresh air when you guys met. Like very successful, like you thought that this was gonna work out pretty good, but there's complications obviously here. I feel like somebody's very closed out as well. Somebody's very fixed. You are a fixed sign, Aquarius, but you could also be dealing with somebody who's like a fixed sign, like Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or another Aquarius. But it's hard to like get this person to see your side of the story, or you to see their side of the story. Is like, no, what you're telling me doesn't add up in my perspective, because you don't know what I experienced. You don't know what I went through, you know. Wow. I think you're dealing with the fire sign. I don't know. If it's not a freaking, if it's not a Cancer, I don't know. There's a lot of fire. You keep pulling a lot of fire. Maybe you have fire in your chart. I'm only saying that so you can get excited, to be honest with you. But the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands is the couple. This is the power couple. This is the they're on social media. They're always making videos, taking pictures, doing something fun. They like the attention. You like the attention, Aquarius? Maybe, I don't know. They like the attention. And even if they don't like the attention, even if you guys don't like the attention, you guys create a lot of attention naturally. Like when you guys are together, there's some sort of like balancing, and you guys complement each other. Even in the crazy way where, like, you know, when you have a really, like, let me put it this way, because I'm a guy in my perspective, when you have a really smoking hot woman and there's this dude that I'm not saying that they're not worthy or anything like that, but like when that woman, or, you know, the man is less attractive, but it's like all the guys are like, damn, you know, how and why can I do that? It's like, even though if you guys maybe, I don't know, I feel like someone here is like, oh, I don't feel that attractive, Rigo. It's not about that. It's like you guys just, there's some sort of like attention that you guys, you know, gather together here. Let's see how this person feels about you in their words and their perspective, how they feel about Aquarius. They're confused about you, Aquarius. They're also saying that you have, they're thinking, they're telling me right now. This person's telling me with the cards here. They're saying that Aquarius has options. Aquarius is always out there, and they have multiple suitors. They have so many people. That's why it's so confusing for Aquarius to choose me. That's what they're saying. Not me, but like, that's why Aquarius is so confused to choose me. Because they have options, you know. At least that's what they believe, you know. But it could also be that they're just confused about the whole situation, just like you are. Five of Swords. There's an energy of like walking away from this. It's like if it gets too difficult, we rather choose to walk away. You know, nonchalant, no energy being put. This person's saying, Aquarius, that they're just about ready to just walk away from this. And you could be saying, Rigo, but this person like cheated on me. Three of Swords. Did you not remember the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups? Well, yeah. Let them walk away. Don't worry about them. If they're not worthy and they're showing up here in your reading, show them that you don't need them, or that don't cry. Show them that you deserve better, right? Someone's a crybaby. I don't know. Somebody's a crybaby here. They're saying that they waited for you, or they're still waiting for you. Three of Wands. They're saying that they already told you. They showed you already, and they're just waiting for you, Aquarius. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. They have a lot of passion for you, sexual desires for you, but they're saying that they're not making a move on you anymore. You're the one who has to make a move on them if you really want them. or not. If you don't, they're gonna walk away. You know, if you're dealing with somebody that if you invite them, or if you maybe you guys stay quiet, but for some reason if you guys start communicating, they're always down to like meet up or whatever, I think this is the person. But they're saying they're not doing anything. They're doing minimal work. Meaning they're gonna answer your messages, but they're not going to pursue you, or they're not gonna chase you anymore. They also, again, I just heard it again. They also feel like you already have someone else, or you're already out and about trying to find someone else. That's what they're telling me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This person wants more with you. Okay. They see you as the Empress. And if you're a dude, that means that they just want to have your babies, you know? If you're a woman, this person's telling me that they want to have growth and expansion and possibly babies with you, if you can. If not, it's just they want to create something solid and something that meaningful, right? But the energy that I'm getting from them is like, I don't think I need to do anything else when it comes to Aquarius. Like, I've done enough. I've done plenty. If Aquarius doesn't realize, then it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. What a weirdo. It's like, let's see how you feel about them, Aquarius. Let's see what you pull out here. Nine of Swords. Well, Queens, are you confused? Are you having anxiety? Are you overthinking this situation? Are you wanting to move on, but you still can't seem to release them because you have love for them, but you're not communicating that? It's like you're suppressing your feelings. You're bottling up all this love you have, and so it's creating, some sort of nightmare, some sort of a nightmare for you. Queen of Cups tells me that the way you feel about them, there is love here. It's just either you need a little bit more time to heal, or this person told you that they needed more time or something like that. But I feel like you're saying, I need a little bit more time to be sure of what I want with this person. You know, but there's a deep connection that you have with this person. There's this deep feeling that you have. True love. There's true love here. There's that type of love that we're always going to carry in our heart. Our first kiss, our first love, those memories, we're always going to carry them, and that pertains to a person. And there's going to be people in your life that you're going to carry in your heart, even if you're far from them, even if they marry, and even if they pass away, even if they're nowhere near you, they're still going to carry that person because that was pure love. Either way, I always say that the heart was designed and made for love. So when you truly love somebody, you're not going to shake that energy off. You're not going to remove that from your life ever. They're always going to be in your heart. Because the heart, all it wants to do is love. Ooh, you're still confused. You feel blocked. You feel like this connection. You're telling me that they're making it difficult, or it's just difficult. You could be telling me, Rigo, like, let me tell you, I put in the work. I do put in the work, but there's always blockages. Like, the universe is always putting me in a situation where we don't align in the same time or moment, meaning that you already make plans and they're asking you to do something and you say no, and they're like, oh shoot, rejection. 10 of Wands is an energy. You're telling me that it's just difficult. There's too many things. Somebody's way too busy. Someone works too much. There's too many excuses here. You have too much work. You have too many excuses to give this person an opportunity or to pursue this connection. You also don't know what you want at this moment. When it comes to the heart, you know who you love. That's 100%. When it comes to the heart, you know who you love. When it comes to the mind, Aquarius, you are very confused. You can still think about two people here in your energy, and there's no shame. Or you shouldn't feel like that's bad. Maybe you're just confused between two people. That's okay. We're here to pick and choose, right? When it comes to the heart, no. But when it comes to the mind, we can make a decision. We can make a choice. You're telling me that maybe children is some sort of blockage for you. If you have children and you don't know how they're going to act or react to that, or maybe you just want to wait until your children are like older to date or to be with this person or whatever. But it could be that for you, when it comes to this person, something about children. Maybe they have children and you don't want any. Maybe they want to have kids and you don't want to have kids. Give me one more card for how Aquarius feels about this person. It's like both of you guys are also putting minimal energy into it. Minimal energy. Yeah, part of you want to come together with this person. You feel like this person is solid, like this person is like long term, like this signifies like if you were to say yes and for some reason things were just to align and you guys were to just, fall in love again or forgive each other if this is a past connection. But it feels like this is someone that you will definitely will want to be in some sort of sacred union or whatever, whether that means marriage for you or just living together, common law, or just be together, hold hands and just love each other regardless of what the world expects you to do as far as a couple, marrying or ceremonies or all that, whatever. There's some sort of like you're telling me 3 of Pentacles, it wouldn't be such a bad deal. And because the 3 of Pentacles signifies a reunion, a regrouping, but with, I always say this, with a sense of benefit. So it could be that both of you guys, if you guys were to come together financially, you guys will be okay, or there's something positive, whether that's spiritual growth, that's multiple, I don't know why I'm getting like even like real estate or something like that. I feel like you think this person will be a long-term type of connection if you guys were to like align and come back together. It's just gonna take forever. I don't know. It feels like you're not ready, Aquarius. It feels like your person here has said, I'm done. I'm good. I that's enough. I given enough. And you're over here like, yeah, but I'm not sure what I want. I'm not sure. Maybe this is too fast. I don't know if I need to or I can take you back for whatever reason. Let's see um what's the possible outcome when it comes to this connection. Ugh. Oh God. Way too many. Way too many. Children, I told you. I freaking told you, Aquarius. Children, your love life is being affected by children. Did I not say that? I don't know if it's gonna for some reason it's not focusing. Your love life is being affected by children. I told you something about children. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Last one. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you. I like this card because it doesn't necessarily say like choose to accept this person. Just make up your mind on what you want. If you want new love, just make up your mind and let this person go, you know? Or if you feel like there's still like something left here, or you still want to get on this chariot with this person, then hey, life is short. Gamble a little bit. I don't know. 100% if this person cheated on you, do not go back. Don't waste your time. I would not go back to that. I always tell myself, like I made the mistake of allowing somebody to come back into my life after they cheated on me. It ate me alive. Like it was, as much as I wanted it to be perfect, it was just me and my fear of losing that person. Because I think the love died a long time ago. And I was so used to that person that I was like, no, let's just work it out. And I was so, I don't know, shallow. And I feel like it gave me a super good, like it taught me a super good lesson. Very painful. But I also feel like because of what I chose to do or what I did, which was to ask this person to work it out with me, I also kind of took time from them because it never worked out. And as much as we try to work it out, it just didn't work out. And that's one of the biggest lessons I learned is once the body is very sacred. Sex is very sacred. And if someone sees sex as just a pleasure thing or a one, like easy to give, easy to have type of thing, like you best, I don't know, you should watch out for that person. Some people use sex as control, manipulation, and that's not good. But I don't know. Rich Lop said, if a person is making you confused about how you stand and, you know, what you are in the connection, then that's not your person at all. And I think he got that from someone else, because I remember, I don't know how was it that I used to have him on Facebook, but I don't know how it was it that he got that, but I think he said he heard that while he was going through some sort of like heartache or heartbreak or whatever, and it kind of opened his eyes and he realized that's true. This whole time, if a person is not allowing you, or is not, or they're making you feel confused about where you stand and what you guys are, then that's not your person. Obviously there's someone else. They're giving their energy to someone else. But whatever. Single Aquarius, what we have for love here? Tell me. Month of June for single Aquarius. What do we have here? Look at that. Aquarius. Hope. When it comes to love for single Aquarius, what do we have for June? What do we got going on for them? Tell me what's... Ooh, okay, single Aquarius. I feel like, okay. Okay. One more card here. Bam, right there. Oof. Okay. Slow but sure. So I have here, okay, it looks good. For June, when it comes to love, I feel like you will have some sort of encounter or some sort of new love when it comes to the month of June, but it's not going to be till like the end of the month, like more towards July, that I have you finding somebody that is going to match you in so many ways. I feel like right now you feel stuck when it comes to love, Aquarius. That hangman here, this energy, it's telling me that all it means is that maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a Pisces or maybe there's a Sagittarius that you've been hanging or you've been waiting on, you know? What the hangman tells me is that this, like you, let's just put it this way, you Aquarius, you are waiting for the right opportunity, you're waiting for the right time, you're waiting for the right person, you're waiting for everything to be right, you're waiting for your person to arrive, and you're waiting on them, when it should be like you need to set yourself free from that. Usually it's like a tree that the hangman, hangs from, but right here is like some sort of, I don't know, let's just say it's a building or some sort of, I don't know, construction, or I don't know what it is. It looks like a 4x4. Anyways, the thing is that the hangman hangs because they can't take action until they get either validation or they get a reason to, and I think that's what it is. That's the issue at the beginning of June, is like you're unbothered, but you also need a good reason or a good excuse or a good sign for you to take action upon something, or when it comes to love, get out there, Right now, I feel like you're just chilling. I feel like mid-June, there's some sort of energy change where instead of waiting for your person, instead of you waiting for someone to come and knock on your door. You're saying, hey, why don't I just why don't I just get one of those dating app profiles, or how come I'm just gonna go out and I'm going to smile and I'm going to see who I meet, and I'm going to be open and available to talk to people. Like, instead of you waiting, you're feeling, or you're giving the feeling of, hey, you can approach me if you want to talk to me, you know? So I do feel like there's a change in energy, like we spoke before here. And I feel like through maybe towards the end of June, you're going to meet somebody. But it's not until you choose to step out of that hangman. See? Here, let me just say it this way. Here you're waiting. Here you're expecting somebody. You're like I said, you're waiting for that sign from the universe, you know? You're waiting for, you know how in the Twilight, like the vampires, they glitter, or they shine. Like you're waiting for someone that is gonna glitter and shine. But here we have the Eight of Cups is like, you're gonna take that upon yourself now. Like, you're gonna say, okay, I'm done waiting. I am gonna get out there and do my thing. I am gonna release anybody that did not took me, serious, and I am gonna get out there. And look at that. Towards the end of June, you have a very meaningful connection. Four of Wands means a lot of chemistry, means, the 1111 card. It means that you meet somebody that you're going to be able to have fun with, good intimacy, love just happening here out of nowhere. It just goes from 0 to 100 right away. The Four of Wands is like, we're already building towards something, meaning like, the way I see it is like, not that I want to like ruin it, but it's four wands. That is literally basically the foundation to build a tower, right? To build a castle, to build something solid. And it's the beginning stages. You find love. Could be with the fire sign. You find love here. Eight of Wands. There's a lot of plans, a lot of talking, a lot of messaging, a lot of traveling as well. I do feel like you find and I think it's going to be, I don't want to say it like this, but it's going to be like where you get to like go to bed right away. But there's mutual feelings, right? Yeah. Strong Sagittarius, Virgo, or general fire sign here. Yeah. You're finding somebody. You're definitely finding love, Aquarius. If you're up to it, like if you are single and you want to something about your finances, okay? Either you or this person's finances are going to come to they're going to come to the light. Maybe this person owes money, or maybe you owe some money and you got to pay that. I'm trying to see what. I don't know. I feel like whoever you meet, Aquarius, in the month of June, where you guys are going to have like a badass, like a really cool connection, like there's gonna be people that are not gonna like that. There's somebody out there, there's a couple people that don't want to see you happy, or maybe this is from whoever you meet. There's somebody there that is gonna make it very obvious that they don't want you guys to be happy, but you know what? You'll be all right. I think overall, maybe the finances maybe just signifies that there's plans of like doing big things with this person, going on a long trip, maybe buying real estate, because I don't know, I think I felt real estate, or traveling to see real estate somewhere, land or whatever, or just being financially secure to the point where you guys can do whatever you guys want. But yeah, there's gonna be somebody who's not gonna like the fact that you are happily loving someone new, or whoever this person is. There's somebody saying, you know, why would you want to be with that person, Aquarius? You should be with me instead. You know, I got like someone who's bitter here. Kind of like a drama queen, or a dude that is very dramatic. You know, they're gonna make a scene, or they're gonna text you something, or they're gonna send you some sort of message saying, okay, you know, he or she is not better than me. Maybe that's something like that, you know. Crazy. That's once you go public with this, and I think you are gonna go public with this connection towards the end of June. Trust me, Aquarius. Trust me. If you choose to not go through this, then that's you. You're choosing that. So don't come over here saying, hey, there you go. I waited the entire month of June in my house and I never met anyone. Yeah, well, it is what it is, I guess. I'm gonna give you one of these. I'm gonna just make it extra long. I'm gonna give you one of these angel cards, okay? What are the messages for Aquarius? Tell me the messages for Aquarius. And I'm gonna end it. I wanna go to bed. Two of thought. Your angels have noticed that you're not moving forward. You have multiple options that you're reviewing and you seem to be unable to choose. Ask your angels for signs. For signs as to what direction to take, or just listen to your own inner voice. Deep down, you know what to do. The only reason I laugh is because, you know, for the single Aquarius, remember what I said is like you're waiting for the biggest sign. You're waiting for your person to literally shine and glitter for you to say, that's my person, you know, or you want like the universe to completely show you this person and say, that's the one. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily work like that, you know. This tarot, some of the tarot community have made a habit of making fake promises and illusions, or giving illusions. But this is a very realistic, real life, present moment where it takes action and you have a saying. And if you don't take, or, you know, if you don't take action based on what you really truly want, then it's going to be very hard for you to get the right opportunity. Now, the Two of Thought here is kind of like the Two of Swords, where you're confused mentally, like, you know, like intellectually, you just don't know what's going on, or you don't know who to choose if you have two people, right? That's the Two of Swords. And it's going to be as simple as, if you're confused, ask your angels, ask whoever you talk to, even if they have Even if maybe you had a good friend, mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, whoever it is that you have that has passed on, and I'm sorry for your loss, but ask them for a sign. Ask, talk to God mainly and say, hey, show me or help me. And you will find that, because that's literally what the card says. Ask for help spiritually and you shall receive. But yeah, at least I always say that. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like some people go into this delusional thinking, and where it's just like, oh my God, once we transition, we're all going to be energy. All that spirituality that you wanted here, we're going to have it after, so don't stress out. We're not meant to be like Superman or Superwoman. We're just meant here to enjoy life, appreciate every second of it, because again, life is running out. Life is running out. And you're still waiting for some sort of sign. Aquarius, I hope you got some messages, and if you chilled with me, if you interacted with me, I appreciate you. If you agree or disagree, I completely understand that. Especially if you disagree, I completely understand that. And I want you to know that I hope and I wish for you to find everything you ever wanted. Love, abundance, success, even spiritual growth. But remember, life starts with love. And keep moving forward. Keep pushing forward. Doesn't matter how old you are. Let me just say it like this. It doesn't matter how young you are. There's always a good time for, there's always a good time for healing. There's always a good time to smile, to love. It's never too late. Never. It's never too late. So if you have anybody that you love, kids, family, give them a hug. Give them a hug for me. Feel the love. All right. Thanks so much for being here. Have a good night. I gotta go. I have to go. By the way, if you send me an email, I got it. I will send you the reading ASAP tomorrow. Probably in the morning. I want to get it done early in the morning. That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Pisces, you're next. Not literally next, but next reading will be Pisces, okay? Thank you. Bye.